Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday. It's time for the AhhGee Podcast, not live.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a luscious episode L of the
AhhGee
Licious
Podcast. No,
AhhGee Podcast. It's not a love special.
Cast.
No, we've done
a
that
little old place where we can get together. Lovecast, baby, please.
Yeah, Lovecast, baby. So we're going to talk about...
baby, Lovecast.
Those are terrible women voices.
I
I suppose you can do better then, can you?
No, but I'll try. Oh no, what have I done?
Go on.
Love Shack,
No.
baby, Love Shack. It's peak.
No wonder you've been... I mean,
Yes.
Lovecast, baby, please.
better.
There we go.
That's good. Well,
That's more of a
episode L.
blues one, you know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the blues from Mr. Michael Bell over there,
Lovely.
and our very own Phil Collins lookalike. It's Grax Bishop.
How you all doing?
Beautiful. Yes, I was poisoned by Mary Berry this week.
What?
You know, the famous television bakery raconteur Mary Berry from the Great British Bake Off.
I know who she is, but I struggle to think why she would have a reason to poison you.
I don't think she went out of her way to poison me. I mean, we've never crossed paths before. I think it's quite an elaborate scheme for her to think, yes, he'll do. I'm going to go on a killing spree and start with that chap. No, I don't think that was a train of thought, really.
So, what made you cross her path?
What made me cross her path? Well, I was a guest. I was a VIP guest this week at the BBC Good Food Show.
Yes.
Yeah. So at some point, you go into the arena and they were giving away a few prizes, which was quite interesting because it's a sort of a crowd full of mainly middle-aged people.
Yes.
And I, obviously not middle-aged at all. Quite hyper.
Mm-hmm.
The guy comes out and starts talking to the audience and gets them a little bit, happy, and starts giving away free kitchenware.
Oh wow!
Which I think,
what generosity!
I know they gave away some free Kenwood stuff. Other kitchen brands are available, and the audience were going crazy for it. So they bring out old Mary and Paul.
Yeah,
beautiful eyes. He really does. Oh, you can see him up close. They're just you can melt within them.
Piercing.
How are his hands?
Large and quite rounded.
Because I imagine he's got much larger hands than he should have.
Yeah,
like
no,
fairly
they
skinny
did
wrists
seem...
and then really big hands.
Yeah, they are disproportionately
from a
large
lot
compared
of,
to his
years
wrists.
and years of bread work.
What? They're built-in oven mitts.
He hasn't got asbestos fingers.
Well, that's the way you describe it.
I've never seen his hands, but I assume his hands are bigger than they should be.
Yeah, they are. Well, they definitely are.
Quite a skinny wrist and then massive hand. Not like a foam hand, but, like it's slightly full of pus. So it's just steamed up a bit,
So anyway,
so Paul Hollywood,
he looked at you and
So
then you
basically,
carried on with the show.
So there was this whole thing where they wanted to get people from the audience on the stage to try the food, and I was like, okay, cool. And they picked a random girl from the audience, and I had my hand up, and the guy said, "Oh, we need a guy now," and he just walked past me at the time and went, "You'll do," and that was it. I was on stage. In no time at all. So there we go. But the be all and end all is that I think Mary Berry has poisoned me. I have a very, very dicky tummy.
I see.
After eating her breasts. Chicken breasts.
So you think that was the poison, the chicken breasts?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's no whimsy here. I just got poisoned by Mary Berry.
You were insulting poor Hollywood, though.
Yeah, well, that's pretty standard, really.
Yeah, but I used to wait tables and stuff, And if someone was nasty, you would do bad things to the food.
Are you trying to say I brought this upon myself?
Yeah.
I don't
Just
know.
Mary
If
looks
you're
out
nasty, you're never nasty to a chef. Never nasty to a chef.
But I said his roulade was very good. It was a solid bake. I complimented it on its
did you manage
bake.
to look at the chicken breast itself as you were eating it? Did it look suspicious?
Yeah, I wasn't blindfolded or anything like that. It wasn't some sort of weird S&M kind of BBC show.
No, that would be a TV show to watch. But would you turn around to
Mary Berry and say, "Excuse me."
Sorry, this is undercooked.
Yeah, I would.
It's still pink.
I would have.
In front of hundreds of middle-aged people.
Screaming women.
Yes.
1,080 screaming women. I counted them all.
Yes.
1,080 screaming women. Amazing. Not a single guy there.
Would you embarrass her in front of all those things?
That's not embarrassing. I just would have, pointed out that she...
Did they just cover the chicken in the sauce, though, so you couldn't see? Sneaky tactic,
Sneaky,
you see. Yeah.
Textbook chef.
That's
This
it.
chicken's still crunchy. No, it's fine. It's covered in sauce.
What crunchy chicken are you eating?
Frozen.
I think... See, I'm starting to think you might be onto something here because
Frozen chicken.
no, like you said,
So Grax thinks he's invented frozen chicken.
I don't know. I'm a vegetarian. I don't know how chicken works. I suppose you just throw it up at the sun and it cooks. I don't know. But
yes,
you
that
were
is
saying so it's
literally
1,000 women,
1,080.
1,080
and
women.
You,
Me, I
as
was
a
the only
boy,
guy.
and Paul Hollywood as a
Paul
boy.
Hollywood as a boy.
Was he trying to take you out?
Competition.
Putting the blame on PH.
Say if something bad happens and that civilization, you got to repopulate the Earth.
So you're saying for 45 minutes at Olympia
Yeah.
on a Friday, the world could have ended.
You never know.
Never know. It was a big black hole with
Anything's
lights.
possible.
Never know.
We were oblivious. All the women were in a trance. They were zombified.
Or maybe Paul, he's been on telly for about 6-7 years now. He's got to have a bit of an ego.
Yeah.
Does he think?
He's a
And
big
obviously he does these events fairly frequently.
Yeah, to be fair,
It was cash in hand.
All the women love him.
Cash in hand.
You were there doing a couple of jokes. I heard you.
super handsome
Do you think-
Andy over there doing jokes, wowing the crowd, seducing the middle-aged ladies. Competition. I'm looking at competition right now. This is what PH has.
Look at this young stud over here. He's a bit younger than me. He's skinnier than me. He's got life left in him.
He's got more life, but more spunk. I need to take him out.
I don't know what his baking skills are like, but he's told a couple of jokes.
I can't take that
I'm
risk.
gonna have to take him out there. Undercook some chicken, chuck some sauce on it. It'll be fine. Look at him. He'll eat anything.
How do I get my own back?
You know.
How do I retaliate?
I don't think he can.
I mean, there must be some sort
He
of
is a
elaborate-
powerful man.
Maybe you should write a strongly worded letter to points of view.
Oh. I mean, it wasn't broadcast, but we can have a go.
Well, Terry Wogan will have
Which
a
doesn't
go.
mind. We do have an AhhGee later, so
Dear RG, Paul Hollywood tried to poison me.
Help.
Why? I think you got to go. You got to fight fire with fire.
burn him. Can you do that gag
No.
every single episode?
Yes.
Not every episode.
Oh,
I
is
think
only-
you've got to, become friends with him, invite yourself round, and then cook him something that's,
So if I
interests him.
write a nice letter to Paul Hollywood,
Yeah.
invite him over.
Dear Paul, I had such a good time at the food
Thing.
festival.
Yep.
Would you like to come round mine for dinner?
I'll
think
do one of your recipes,
Yeah.
and you can judge it. Maybe if that's your thing.
Bring Mary if you want. I'm not,
Probably.
not asked.
They're a double act. They have to come together.
Not
Do you
really.
reckon? Do you reckon that's how it works with double acts? Like Little and Large,
Morgan and
Lord
Wise.
Sugar and Karen Brady. All double acts. They all stick together.
Yeah, that's how I.
Well, this is why they
anyway.
split up, because then the money's shared, you see.
Are they split?
No, they haven't split up yet, but eventually,
just a matter of
eventually
time.
Don't
they
say
will.
it. There'll be
Eventually they will.
1,080 crying women. There'll be 1,080 women,
crying
possibly.
in sadness.
Oh, it's just, possibly. But there we go. That was.
So Paul Howard is trying to take you out, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is. I mean, it was almost a return to Andy attacked.
Pretty
But,
much.
but there we go.
And I think you're going to have to get some professional help to help you take
Oh.
on Paul Hollywood.
Hold on.
I reckon, actually, here you go, Grax. Now you're onto something. We could recruit a team of celebrity chefs who have lost their place in the
who would
ranking.
we get in the game? Who would we bring into the game?
Well, for a kick off Gary Rhodes,
Warren Thompson.
He's got himself in shape and he's not on telly anymore.
Rhodes has got the spiky hair as well,
No,
and he
not
plays
anymore,
the
not
violin.
anymore. Not anymore.
He's
You're
old.
thinking of the '90s Rhodes now. Now he's just a massive.
No, I'm
gym.
thinking about Nigel Kennedy.
He's now a gym buff, and he's.
Rhodes is a gym buff.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Rhodes straight away.
He's got all trim.
So Rhodes can take point. Okay,
Yeah.
who's behind him? Who's backing him up? Harriet.
Well, you would take Ainsley.
Ainsley's a big boy. He can look after
You'd
himself in the
and
field.
also because he's so friendly and charismatic,
You reckon he could do
he'll
the
get
whole
he'll get the crowd
like
on side.
Bond,
Oh,
he can,
absolutely.
femme
Wins
fatale
them
style.
over.
Yeah.
Okay, Harriet. Rhodes, Harriet. How do you feel about Warren Thompson? Still got the beard. Is a bit crafty. Remember the incident with the cheese? Crafty. You need a crafty one.
No, he's too old. He's too old.
Really?
Get out.
He's out of the game.
Get rid.
Mike, this is Paul Hollywood we're talking about. We need every help that we can get.
Well, yeah, I've got Ainsley for charisma. So he'll get him around the house.
Yep.
You couldn't say no to Ainsley, could
Okay.
you?
No,
Rhodes
it's true.
obviously on point. Yep.
Rose because he's brutal now these days.
Textbook.
Who else we got?
Oh, how about Ken Hom? How do you feel about Ken Hom?
Sneaky.
He's got a wok. He knows how to use a wok, that boy. He does. That's his technique.
I don't know who he is.
Okay, cool. Good.
I know who he is, but
Nancy
I know
Lamb. Nancy Lamb. She had really weird makeup. She could be like a distraction.
We know the Rachel French lady.
Rachel
She
Rachel
works
Koo.
in a very small kitchen, so she's like confined to small places. But she's used to small conditions, so she could sneak around and sneak attacks.
Because she is in a confined space.
And she's a very wee lady. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
So she can work in confined spaces.
Yeah.
Rah.
We'll get her through we'll get her through the ducks.
Keyhole.
Yeah.
What? The duct.
The diehard.
Dumbwaiters.
The ducks. What are they called?
The ducks. You're on about the air vent.
Yeah, the air vent ducks. Yeah.
Oh, ducks.
Like at the beginning of GoldenEye.
I thought you were talking about the bird ducks.
No.
She could just jump down on Paul Hollywood whilst he's having a crap.
Yeah.
Break his neck. Job done. That's beautiful.
So I think we're on to something.
We'll
We've
get
got
like
a team.
the
So,
event.
like
We'll get
Team
the
America,
We'll
we're
get the
gonna put
Avengers of celebrity chefs.
Celebrity Chef Avengers taking on Paul Hollywood. This has got legs.
Hollywood, we know you're listening to this show. You better watch yourself. You're going to regret the day.
Oh, and Ramsey as well, obviously.
You're going to chuck Rambo in.
Yeah, chuck him in.
Let's chuck
You're
Rambo
going to
in.
regret the day that you poisoned Mr. Andy Harlan.
Mr. Andy. I've not been called that for a while.
You're going to
Thank
regret the day. We're on to you.
So we've had an AhhGee in.
Fantastic.
Yeah, the post box has been bulging.
It always is.
Sent Mike to the PO office, so picked up the older delivery.
It was a heavy sack, wasn't it, Mike?
And he's brought this
You're
one
better
back.
than that.
Oh.
No, you're not.
Okay. Dear Mr. Grax Burshop and Michael Ball of the internet,
Close enough.
That's me.
I've been listening for a while now, and I feel now it's time for me to contact you for some help.
Can you tell a friend first, please? Because, numbers are down.
Thank you. I've got an unnecessarily waxy build-up in my ear, but I'm too embarrassed to go to the doctors. I'm finding it very difficult to hear your show, and I'm concerned I'm going deaf. That's from worried Mr. W. Wright.
Mr. Worried W. Wright.
Well, worried, like worried from Windsor, like that style. It's not his first name's not worried.
I was going to say.
It's Mr. W. Wright.
W.
The
Wright.
W could be worried.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
if
it's
you-
worried, Mr. W. Wright.
You wouldn't christen your child
Worried.
would
I
you?
don't know.
No,
They've
no.
been weird at christenings.
What does this baby look like? Worried.
Well, yes. Oh. And the father concerned. Yes, very good. And the mother slightly
Indifferent.
surprised. Oh, surprising package in the baggage area.
See?
There it
There
is.
you go.
So we've got a listener apparently can't hear the show because they're going a bit deaf. Going a bit mutton.
Because they think they've got excess wax.
Apparently so, yeah. Unnecessary wax. Unnecessary wax. Is that a thing?
Yes, I've had this several times.
What is unnecessary wax?
Well-
As an expert, a wax expert.
Well, it's unnecessary wax is where you have too much wax to the point where it builds up and actually clogs your ear.
Right.
And everything sounds muffled.
Okay.
It's really annoying.
Is
Because
it unnecessary?
It's really unnecessary having this muffled ear. And it gets all like sweaty and it's like, you...
Isn't wax just lots of sweat, though, and made into a...
But then you sweat a lot. Oh, this is going to be a fun little AhhGee.
Wow,
No,
let's Grax investigate.
Well, the thing is, I can actually give you proper advice related to this up to a point. 'cause
Up
I've had
to a
this several
point, yeah,
times.
that'll do for us. Yeah, let's start with some proper medical advice first.
Well, the thing is, what I was trying to do is I'm trying to clear out the earwax.
What did you use?
Cotton earbuds, but you should never, ever use cotton earbuds, or Q-tips as they're called in America.
That's Grax's tip of the week.
Never use those because it doesn't properly clean them out. It gets to the point where it kind of spreads inside your ear canal and it gets pushed further inside your ear canal, which makes it even more blocked up. That's not what you do.
Don't do that.
What you need to do is go to your pharmacist.
Worried. Yep.
You need to go to a pharmacist and pick up one of those eardrops.
Isn't it ironic you have to pick up a drop? That's quite funny.
What you actually need is one of those eardrops which contains a separate pipette thing.
A pipette, right? This is good.
Because the idea is what you're doing
It's
is
scientific now.
you're dissolving the wax
With
the
Science.
with the solution,
And now for the magic bit.
and then you drop it in for a few days, and then you get this
Sorry,
sort of
did
pipette.
you just go... Sorry, the really important bit, you sort of skipped across there. You drop it in for a few days.
Yeah, you have to put eardrops into your ears for a few
How long
days.
for? Constantly? Like you sit there on the bus?
For about 5 minutes.
Tilted your head.
For about 5 minutes. You
me, I've got unnecessary wax.
but this is the fun thing.
Always go...
You'd get a seat, though, wouldn't you?
One of the fun things.
Yes, you would get
Just
a
keep a
seat.
seat to
You would get
yourself.
a seat.
One of the fun things.
Fun
is-
things?
One of the fun things about
Right.
this is
Can I-
that you
Fun
get
things about wax.
Yeah, number one.
you hear the crackling of the solution inside your ear.
Crackling of the solution.
Yeah, because the
Ladies and
solution.
gentlemen, you're listening to Wax with Grax.
Because the solution inside your ear, it dissolves the wax, and you hear a crackling like a
Rice Krispie.
Rice Krispies. Exactly.
Are you sure you didn't have Rice Krispies stuck in your ear?
No, I didn't have Rice Krispies in my ear.
No.
I would just
again.
rather use the poppers, the little that you get in packaging,
Oh, that's nice.
So you do
rather
that.
than rather than having broken ears.
So you do that for a couple of times, and once the crackling is finished after about 5 minutes, you just tilt your ear and you collect it.
You pull it out like some sort of horrible ear magician.
You don't pull it out; it just oozes out.
Into what?
A
cup.
Whatever you want.
Grax's ear cup.
Yes.
His wax chalice.
Yes. No, it's just like a little basin.
And then you make a lovely candle, give it to Grandma at Christmas.
This is the best thing about getting blocked earwax.
Yeah, what is literally the best thing about
because you get
women love it.
apparently so.
Because you have this pipette, or if you have this pipette, you fill up full of warm water, you stick it in your ear, and you shoot blasts of water inside your ear.
Right.
Because the idea is it blasts water into your ear, dislodges the loosened wax, and it gets poured out into a container of some kind, whether it be a bucket or a basin or whatever you like.
Imagine putting your head into a bucket.
Well, like this.
That's
you just tilt your head to the side.
ridiculous.
You squirt
Do you
your
have to
water.
go and buy the bucket separately from a hardware store? Does it come free with the pipette?
Well, no, you have to buy that separately because
Why?
they're trying to keep down the costs.
That's why they charge you.
No, they
That
separate.
pays for the costs.
Well, not everyone needs a bucket because they have
Then
things.
what are you suggesting instead?
I don't know. I used a cup from. I used a cup.
You would never drink from that cup again.
No, that's why you clearly label earwax cup.
Oh, Grax's wax cup.
My wax cup.
How often does this happen to you? We need a
Weekly.
designated cup with your earwax in it.
Ah,
About once every few years, but that's not important
Just
information.
get a new cup.
No,
get a new
Don't-
head.
You've moved house like 2 or 3 times in that time. Don't keep a waxy cup knocking around
Well,
with
what do you want me to do with this cup?
Throw it away.
That's a
like
waste
a
of
normal person.
Well, that's a waste of a good cup.
You're not
into
going
the
to use it
bin.
again, are you? Unless you get a broken ear with wax in it.
Well, I have just established that this has happened enough times for me to justify
Having a bucket.
having a way.
So you keep the cup in with the rest of the cups.
Does it work
No,
with...
it's a separate cup. Well, the point is,
Yes,
it's a great
I'm listening.
feeling.
The point is, you made a spear out of your wax.
It's a fantastic feeling having the wax dislodged from your ear and into the bucket through jets of water, and then
Yes.
Do you know
And-
what's a better feeling is?
what's that?
Not having to put weird water in your ear.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think people fully appreciate the sensation of being able to hear clearly for the first time in a week.
I don't know. I can remember about a week ago.
It's a fantastic feeling. It's like your head is instantly lighter. It's
well,
like
yeah, it's because you've got no wax in it.
it's like
Because
being-
you've got all
Because
the
you've
wax.
got a horrible cup full of wax. that's
it's like
dripping out
being
your
able
ear.
to see for the first time ever. It's an amazing feeling. It really is.
You can't fix your dead eyes with a pipette and a bucket. What are you suggesting?
The other alternative, if you
Basically, listeners, what we're saying is a Grax offer you a candle.
Never accept it.
Don't accept it.
Never.
You know, kindly, politely decline.
alternatively, if you don't feel confident enough about syringing your own ears, go to see a doctor.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. The normal thing to do.
Yes.
There we go. So that
I'm
was...
very sorry I took up most of your time on that
So
question.
no, it's good to have an expert. That was for worried Mr. W. Wrights. Well, thank you for writing. You can get in touch. It's email at ahhgeeproductions@gmail.com.
I had a cyst on my bollocks once, so if anyone's got a problem about that, I can explain it in far too much detail.
Great. Good.
Hello, welcome to the show. This week, I thought it'd be rather interesting to try out something that's never been done before for the medium with soap.
What's that then, Mike?
Well, I'm glad you asked. You know how Crossroads was filmed live and how brilliantly that worked out?
Yeah.
And you know how at the Edinburgh Fringe, everybody loves improvised stories done by unskilled university children the most?
I certainly do.
Well, my chump, I say we combine these to make the world's first ever improvised and live soap opera.
Mike,
Yes, Butteroo?
you have gone to a really elaborate effort in avoiding writing this week's script. You know I was away this week and I left it in your capable hands.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm all about the innovation of the soap opera. I want to do stuff that's never been done before.
No, you've not written anything and you've made up a lie, haven't you?
No, I want to take this medium and turn it up to 11. You know, really break out of the boundaries the man says we have to stick by.
You haven't written the script and now you're using buzzwords to confuse me.
No, I've...
What have you been up to this week, Bell?
thinking about the script.
Lies! Lies! Always with the lies! Lies make baby Jesus cry! What have you really been up to?
Mostly watching Jessica Jones and Skins.
Thank you! A bit of honesty never hurts anybody. What are we going to do now?
Well, if we carry on milking this, we could probably knock out an episode fairly easily.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I pressed the big red recording button at the start of this conversation, so we killed like 2 minutes already.
Bell, you knob-headed genius.
No. We can't. What about all the fans? You know, I've had a moment of clarity.
You don't even know what that means.
Of course I do. Clarity. Clarity is a noun. The quality of being clear, in particular, the quality of being coherent and intelligible.
Mate, you clearly Googled that. You even said it's a noun, and the text went all funny when you put it into the script.
No, I'm just really into clear definitions these days, thank you please. Knowledge is power, my friend. And what do you mean script? We haven't got a script, that's our problem here. We're just talking.
Haha, that's what you think. But over the years I have known and worked with you, I have discovered a few things about you. Yes, indeedy, chum. I have been playing the fool all these years, staying at the back and being the silent one. But it's all been worth it. I, my friend, know you better than you know yourself. Everything you have been saying here, I have scripted out for you.
What on earth are you talking about, old man?
I figured you out and tickled your pink. I know what you're going to say even before you do.
You mad
Yep, I knew you were going to say that as well, and inserted a bleep to cover up your language. It's not big or clever, Mike.
You're mad.
Am I? Am I really? Who's the real madman here? Somebody who's been studying his friend for the last 2 years and figured out their mindset and then created a way to know what they were thinking and what they're going to say?
Yes, clearly that's a sign of madness.
Oh, Michael Bell. So predictable. Bringing out a lean herring reference like you have done so many times. We are not impressed.
Oh, piss off. You know I've only got like 5 references. I just swap them around.
Oh, we know, and we're no longer impressed. Now finish the script, Mike. You have now wasted 4 minutes.
Bloody hell, you're talking about wasting time. You just became a baddie from a Nicolas Cage 90s action film there with that summary. Killed loads of time there, boy.
Silence! I am the narrator now.
Oh, it's like that, is it? You're trying to steal my job, are we now? Yeah, go on. Try. Harder. Yeah, harder than it looks, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, back to me. Characters, something happened, explosion, bang, wallop, and they ran away to New York to start a new life. Hit the theme music.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Mike. This is Cassie's ending in Skins.
But I love her!
Look! We need characters now. Who are our characters this week, Mike?
Oh, who cares about characters? Characters, schmaracters. Let's just knock it on the head this week.
No, Mike, we need proper characters. This is a bloody soap opera we're writing here.
Fine. What do you suggest?
What about bringing back Matt and Joe? Hello!
Oh, for fuck's sake. You love these guys way too much, Grax.
They were the first people I created. You never forget your first.
No.
Well, they're the comic relief duo of Cul-De-Sac.
No.
Mike, Grax. We're right here, you know. We can hear you. Oh, shut up, you two.
Right, if you can really hear us, then go and play in the motorway. Actually, I have some power here. Matt and Joe from episode 1 decide to play in the motorway.
Hey, Joe.
What's that, Matt?
Here's a spiffing idea.
What's that, my bosom buddy?
Let's go and look for things on the motorway.
Yeah, and I could do gym stuff along the way. Squats and gyms and metal things. Grr, pick up the heavy stuff.
No! My creations! Why are you going to be like that, Mike?
Oh no, listener. Matt and Joe have been killed because they didn't look both ways. This week's episode has been sponsored by the UK Road Safety Company.
Christ. I wonder if it's like this in the writers' rooms at EastEnders every week.
Well, one day we'll get Danny Dyer in and find out. Ooh, next week's episode. Danny Dyer comes to Cul-De-Sac.
Stop it. Oh, how much time do we have left in this episode of Cul-De-Sac?
You got questions? Because you worries they are your blight. Burning questions. We got the answers, so hold on tight.
Georgina Sally. Georgina Sally. Dripping.
I thought you said a Georgian Sally.
Yeah.
We've gone back in time.
She sent a picture of dripping with bread. Bread and dripping, yes or no? I don't know of it. It's very northern, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a northern delicacy.
Bread and dripping, anyone?
No. Put it
What's
in
it?
gravy.
Is it cooked in... Is it gravy?
It's
It's
fat,
not, it's not
essentially.
gravy, it's fat. It's lard.
It's
Is it
lard.
cooked in fat?
It's essentially lard.
Cooked is a
I had,
strong
I had
word.
French toast the other day. That was weird.
It's a French dripping.
No, I'm just saying I had French toast the other day.
Okay.
Dripping... It is French, though. The French do like a bit of dripping.
Yeah, they do.
I think it looks all right.
Yeah, I think it's
I'm not sure I'd eat it.
I would just chuck gravy in it.
I would happily try this out. I had an northern friend who mentioned that he had dripping, and it was one of the best things he.
I'll tell you what, if you got the bread, put some cheese on it, chuck it in toast.
Yeah, just do something
cheese on
traditional.
toast.
Have some crumble.
Mm.
Boomerang's been in touch.
Yeah,
they've been back.
Was that he or she?
I just said they.
Good.
Cover all your bases.
It's been a year, about 18 months, and every time he's got it wrong. Yes, Boo asks, apple crumble, vanilla ice cream or custard? Hashtag burning questions.
Ice
That's a
cream.
beauty. What?
Ice cream.
Ice cream? Every time?
Every time. I'm not a fan of custard.
I
I
love
don't
a
like
crumble.
custard.
I've recently been eating apple crumble with ice cream, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm a custard kind of guy.
You want something smooth and cool to go
Yeah,
along
like
with the hot
cold
crumble.
custard.
No.
Smooth
Custard
and cool.
is too thick.
No, it's not.
It's got a inferior taste to superior vanilla.
You can get vanilla custard.
No,
Yeah.
but that's not the same
No, I can't stand custard. But
What did it do to you?
I work in a school, I see it.
all
Oh,
the time.
Yeah.
An industrial school sized custard. That's not.
That's just
coffee.
too
I
much
would go
custard.
ice cream, but I'm not a big fan of crumble. So.
Okay. Fair enough. There we go. So we've got ice cream, custard.
2 against 1.
At Vader_Chops asks, why does Donald Trump stick shredded wheat to his dome? I think he's referring to his haircut. Donald Trump's got really bad hair.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to accept the fact he's balding. Donald Trump, listen to me. Just shave your head. I know your pain. Why bother to keep your image as it is? You don't look professional. Just shave your head. You look like a professional. Jason Statham does it. He
Did you
looks.
say Jason Dick?
No, I said Jason Statham,
Okay.
and he looks like the man.
Yeah, but they're going for different images.
You think so?
One's businessman and going for president, which is mad.
Yeah.
And the other one is movie star.
So what you're saying is,
I wouldn't vote for a movie star.
what you're saying is, I could be president of America because I look like both Jason Statham and Donald Trump combined. I think
I don't think you
That's a
look
great
like either of
idea.
those guys.
You're not American.
Or anything like either of those two people.
what are you talking about?
And again, you want to get a step on if you want, because it's next year.
Yeah.
So if you want to record your number one single, become a pop star, and then go
And
for
then
the
the
American
president of
presidency,
America.
and
Yeah.
also marry someone in America so you get a visa.
Oh, yeah, otherwise you're illegal. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
like that.
fine.
They don't like illegals. In fact, Trump's building a wall to stop it.
Well, that's where my action to become the president will help stop that. I can fit this all in. It's no problem.
All right. So Grax's policy is don't do a wall.
Don't do a wall. Let them all in. And I think that I can squeeze all that in.
I mean, you lost my vote.
Yeah.
What?
Is it all right to wear a syrup?
I
A hairpiece.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Would you do it, Bell? Grax obviously decided to go full bald.
Yeah, I've
Um,
made my choice.
Well,
I don't think I'm going to go
plugs.
with the syrup.
I've looked into plugs and they cost far too much. So
Plugs?
Yeah.
plugs we have. Yeah.
What are they?
Where you surgically attach
You
hair
do
follicles.
it yourself. You
No,
surgically...
obviously you get.
No,
The clue there is it's surgically.
Yeah, but when Grax says something like that, I don't often think he means a professional.
Yeah, surgically by a surgeon.
Okay, that's
By a
really
professional.
that's really good
Yeah.
news.
You get hair plugs. You know what Rooney got?
That's what Rooney had, right?
Yeah.
And then your hair actually naturally attaches, right?
It doesn't take always, but yeah, it's got a higher chance.
Doesn't always take.
Well, no, but basically what happens is you put the plugs in, and then you just lose your hair because all the follicles are all wrong and stuff, and then they start growing in, and then you just yeah.
That's fantastic. Well,
So
Grax
they're
is beyond
too
that.
expensive. So yeah, get a wig.
So you get a wig on.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to have to work out a different style one day.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't know. I don't think I can maintain a syrup. The syrup lifestyles. It's a lot of admin.
You could change your hair around there,
I like that, and I know some people that do have different haircuts on a fairly regular basis, but I don't know if I can manage the admin.
I mean, I know I will own a lot of beanies, so I just wear them.
I own lots of
well,
wigs.
it's part of the problem. Probably.
That is, yeah, that's funny. Yeah. I wore a
I
beanie
hope
for
that
4 years.
answers
that's
your
funny.
question.
Yeah, it probably doesn't. But was that the one about? Oh, who knows?
Grax is going to be president and shave your hair.
Yeah,
Or
probably.
don't.
I think now's a good time to end the debate, and this brings us to the end of this week's Burning Questions. Thank you very much for submitting all your burning questions, but please do continue to send us your hashtag burning questions. You can do this in a variety of ways. You can submit them on Twitter, twitter.com/AhhGeeProd, AhhGeeProd. You can also send us your questions via Facebook, and why don't you like us on Facebook while you're at it? Facebook.com/AhhGeeProd, and you can always send us your emails. AhhGeeProductions@gmail.com.
Well. Oh, that's W, isn't it? No,
Yeah.
it is. Yes. No.
Lel.
No. L? Which
L.
episode is this?
We're on episode L now.
It's episode L. Oh, what
What a ludicrous display.
it was
Oh.
great, wasn't it? Oh, there was so much laughter.
It was. I was laughing out loud
I was laughing.
in your mind.
I was crying. I was laughing. Everyone's happy.
But how do we end this ludicrous laugh fest? That is the AhhGee Podcast.
Yeah, I think we'll go over to Mike's corner for Mike's poem.
Mike's poem.
A lovely poem.
Yes.
Lenny from Of Mice and Men was a strong and sensitive man, but he struggled with the world, and he ended up taking a bullet in the back of the head. Lenny from The Simpsons is a kind sort of chap, but he's also a raging alcoholic and is struggling with his sexuality. This torments him. Lenny Bruce was the voice of a generation, but died a pauper's death in a bathroom, suffering from an overdose. Lenny Henry is a lovely man, too lovely for his own good, really. He once didn't help an old lady cross the road 20 years ago. It still haunts him. The moral is, if you're expecting and looking into baby names, you might as well give Lenny a wide berth.
Well, needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, that was effortless from Mr. Michael Bell. It's been a fruitful episode. I think we've learned many things. Grax,
Yes.
have you learned anything from today's episode?
I've learned several things.
Good, that's
which will
great.
be in the footnotes.
Good. Yes. Footnotes. Michael Bell, would you enter this episode into Wikipedia if you could?
Yes.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Well, it's been episode L of the AhhGee Podcast. My name's Andy Harmon. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so
Very,
much.
very happy goodbye from me.
And please do continue to listen to our show, and please share the show with everybody around the world. Let's make our numbers grow. And that's goodbye from him.
Don't know what to do. Goodbye from me.
That's it.
Bye bye.
Don't know what to do.